This is going to be a math lesson, so you need your big math book and you need a pencil. So I am on page 386. So if you don't have your book or you don't have it open yet, you can pause this. You can turn to page 386. It's going to look like this. I wrote mine out because it's just going to be easier for me to explain it to you when it's out of the book. But it's about classifying triangles. So again, it's page 386. So last lesson, we talked about different types of angles: acute, obtuse, right, and straight. Today we're going to be looking at triangles that have those features of the different angles that we talked about. So the first triangle that you see here, so I'm looking at this page, I'm on the top of page 386, is an acute triangle. Now it gives you the definition, but it's a triangle with 3 acute angles. So remember, acute angles mean that they're less than a right angle, like that angle is smaller. So in an acute triangle, it has to have 3 acute angles. I'm going to circle them for you because I think it'll just be easier for you to see. So obviously a triangle has 3 angles, but look at what I circled here. So these are all acute. And remember, you can always turn it to help you and see that they are all acute. Oops, it's kind of hard to do, but you can see that none of them are right angles. None of them are obtuse. And we don't really talk about straight angles when we talk about triangles. These are the 3 we're going to be talking about: acute, obtuse, and right. So this would be an acute triangle. The second one that's in the middle is an obtuse triangle. And now in the acute triangle, each angle that you saw there were 3 total, and they all were acute. Now in an obtuse triangle, there has to just be 1 obtuse angle, and that means that it's an obtuse triangle. So I'm going to circle that angle for you. So this angle at the bottom, that's an obtuse angle. So that makes an obtuse triangle. Now you'll notice that the other 2 angles in there, because they each have 3, those other 2 have to be acute angles. But it's not an acute triangle because remember, an acute triangle has to have 3 for all of the angles, and this has 2. But it has 1 obtuse angle, which makes it an obtuse triangle. Then the third one is a right triangle. And it says that it's a triangle with 1 right angle. You can probably just look at it and tell which angle is the right angle. I circled it there for you. So I'm on this right here. But a right triangle has just 1 right angle. So those are the 3 different types of triangles. An acute triangle, so look at the picture. These pictures will help you. An obtuse triangle, which has just 1 obtuse angle. And then a right triangle. Remember, they kind of give you this hint here of that box, and that tells you that it's a right angle. So if you see that, you know that it's going to be a right triangle. So you'll have to know those 3 different types of triangles in order to complete the next page. So then I would like you to look at the next page, which is 387. And you can always look at those pictures to help you and look at which triangles look the most similar to those. So you're going to be completing this page for me. Now, some of you have been just writing right on here and having your parents send me a picture, and that's fine. Or you can type into the email what the different types of triangles are. So I'm going to explain the directions to you. So follow along. So again, this is page 387. Number 1 says, name the triangle. Tell whether each angle is acute, right, or obtuse. So let me explain what that means. So first, it says a name for the triangle is. So you're looking at this triangle here. We just talked about the 3 different types. Is it an acute triangle, an obtuse triangle, or a right triangle? And you're writing it here. It's easiest if you just write it all here first and then go back and respond to me, or take a picture of it if your parents would like to do that. That's also an option. Remember, you can always pause this video at any time if you need a little bit more time. Now this is a little bit tricky. It gives you 3 different angles. So where it has this line right here, and then it says F, this is a symbol, and the symbol means angle. So it's saying angle F is, now angle F is right, I'll circle it for you, it'll be easiest. So you see where there's the F there? That's what they're talking about when they say angle F. So what type of angle is just that? Now, we're not talking about a triangle. I'm just looking at that angle. So we talked about the different types of angles. Is it an acute angle, an obtuse angle, or a right angle? So then you're going to write it on the line what type of angle it is. Now this one then says angle G is, so then you're going to look at this picture here. Here's G. What type of angle is that? Is it an acute angle, an obtuse angle, or a right angle? And then the next one says angle H is, so look at your picture here. You find angle H, and then you're writing again, is it obtuse, acute, or right angle? So that's what you're doing at that top part up here. 2, 3, and 4 is the same as 5, 6, and 7. So these next six problems, classify each triangle. You're going to write if it's an acute, a right, or obtuse triangle. And if you don't remember, you can go back in the video or look at the pictures here. Those will be clues to help you. So that's what you're doing 2 through 7. You're writing what type of triangle it is. So for number 2, look to see what kind of features you see here. Do you see, are they all acute angles? Then it'd be an acute triangle. Do you see a right angle? Do you see an obtuse angle? So look what we talked about before on the previous page to help you to identify these 6 different types of angles. Then number 8, it says cross out the figure that does not belong, and you're going to explain. So it gives you 4 different types of triangles. So all of those are triangles, but you're looking at like which one doesn't belong. There's 3 of them that are all the same type of triangle, and then one of them is not. So you're looking at which one does not belong, and you're going to cross it off. So if you're responding to me in the email, you can say which one you crossed off. So did you cross off the first one, the second one, the third one, or the fourth one? Which one does not belong? But then you have to tell me a reason. So maybe 3 of them are a certain type of angle or triangle. Tell me what that is, and why does the other one not belong? So don't just say the first one doesn't belong, or the third one doesn't belong, or the second one doesn't. You have to give me a reason. So you can say it doesn't belong because the other ones, and then think about what features the other ones have looking back at the different types of triangles. So again, you can either have your parents take a picture of this and you can send it to me that way, like through Class Dojo or email, or you can just respond in the email. It's up to you, whatever's easiest for you. Thank you.